Alrighty everyone, how's it going? It's Alvor of Alvor's Forge here, back with another video, and today we're going to be learning how to make a couple of bubble based elevators. One is super duper simple and is a dual column design, and the other one requires just a little bit of redstone, but is just a single column. So, let's get to it. So, for the first design I'm going to show you is the one with two columns, way more simple, pretty much that's all of the redstone right there. I doubt I even need to do a tutorial on that. So how it works, you got your column that goes down. All you got to do is remember to press and hold the crouch button so that at the bottom you don't take any damage. Then take a step back onto the pressure plate, you'll open the door, and then you can just go on through. And then when you want to go back up, just stand on this pressure plate here, walk on straight through the down part, and as soon as you go into the other column, you'll get shot straight up and back to where you came from. So that's the first design. Super simple. Like I said, I'm not really going to do a tutorial on this because that's really all there is to it. You can just pause the video and see for yourself. And now moving on to the next one, single column. So it starts off as a down. Again, make sure that you press and hold crouch so that you don't take any damage at the bottom. This time the pressure plate is right in front of you, so then you can just walk straight on out. And when you're done doing whatever you want to do in your base, then you just stand on the pressure plate. That will get switched out for the soul sand, which will then turn it into an upwards bubble column, and then you just step on in, get shot straight up to the top, and after however much time you want, that's a timer circuit down there which you can set yourself to how much or how little you want, and then after a little while, as you can see, it turns back into a downwards bubble column, so you can go back down into your base again. Now this design was actually based on Mumbo Jumbo's bubble elevator that he used in Hermitcraft Season 6, but he never did a tutorial on it. And also this is on Bedrock, and the circuit he used doesn't really work, so I've just modified it a little bit. So I thought I'd do a tutorial for anyone who's liking Mumbo Jumbo's bubble elevator from Hermitcraft Season 6. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So here's some materials you'll need for this. 3 sticky pistons, 1 block of redstone, 1 of each of magma block and soul sand, 1 iron door, 10 comparators. You don't actually necessarily need 10 comparators. That's just the amount that I've got laid out here, which will give you a nice timer for even if you're running this way down into the ground from the surface, but you may not need that many. Then 5 redstone, 2 pressure plates. They can either be stone or wood of any kind that you like. I'm just going with stone because I find them a little bit quicker. 1 sign, some blocks of choice, and 1 water bucket. And I'll show you how and why you only need 1 in a minute. So first things first, plan out where you want your doorway to be. Once you've got that in mind, you're not going to want to place it down like that. You want to come around up top and place it that way, and then come around the back here, put in your pressure plate there and there so that you can open it from both sides. And then we're going to build the circuit. So to start that off, place your magma block right next to where your pressure plate is. Then underneath that you want to put in your soul sand. And then you're going to want 1 sticky piston facing into the magma 1 block away from it. And then down below you want another one. This one you want going into the soul sand, like so. And now we want another sticky piston just behind this one facing the same way and underneath it, just like that. Take your redstone block, place it there, That should extend the piston touching the magma block. And now we can lay out our circuit. So put a block here, right next to that sticky piston, and then we're going to want to build a little kind of bridge thing right here. This is where you decide how many comparators you're going to want. Obviously, if your column's not going to be very big at all, then you're not going to have to make very many, but if it's longer, then you're going to want to extend it out further. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'll have mine this one. So now is when we put in the comparators. So first of all, the ones facing out, like so, with a dot of redstone next to that block. Now you're going to cycle them around and back in, facing into this block, with just a couple of redstone right here to complete it. Now if we come around here, put in a single block right there with some redstone on it. That will activate when this redstone block here gets pushed across. And now you just simply put the line further across to where your pressure plate is, with a single dot of redstone there, and that's the entire thing done. So now you just build up the column for your elevator. If you've dug this out in the first place, then you're not going to have to worry about that, but if for any reason it's out in the open, then just surround this one by one area with blocks all the way up as high as you want. I'll just build that up off cam real quick. Right, so now before we go up top and put in the water, we're just gonna quickly put in the sign right there. That way when the water goes in and hits there, that will block it from going on this block, and the sign will block it from there, so you won't have to worry about any overflow. So now here we are up top. Get your water bucket, just put it at the surface level here. That will go down, and as soon as that hits the magma block, as you can see, there's now a full tube of bubbles going all the way down. So when we go down, that drags us straight to our little underground base. So then you just walk on through, and then obviously when you're done doing what you want to do, what you got to do is step on this pressure plate, which will simultaneously open the door and start your tube going up. Step on in, go on through, and you're done. And then, as I said, this doesn't have to be that long. This is designed for quite a long tube going up. If you wanted, you could make it much shorter. Just take out the other bits of redstone you don't need, feed the redstone line into the circuit like that, and then now if we use it and go down into our base, this time it won't take so long for the circuit to reset itself. So when you're done, you just go back through, go on in, and after a much shorter time, those upwards bubbles will then turn back into downwards bubbles. So there we go. One up and down elevator on just one single bucket of water. Basically how that works is when the water hits the magma, it turns all of these into source blocks without the use of kelp or anything. So if you want to make an upwards elevator, all you'll need is one bucket of water and one magma block, as well as your soul sand, and then as long as you place in your magma block first and then your soul sand, obviously waiting for the bubbles to activate so that it's all been turned into source blocks, then you should be able to fill an entire upwards elevator with just one single bucket. Anyway, that's the end of this tutorial. If you liked it, then drop a like, and if you liked it a lot, then please remember to subscribe to the channel. I've been Alvor, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.